This is a story about a man who was broken, not in a way that most people are, but in a much worse way. He had no hope. He had no dream. His only desire was to die because he felt there was nothing left for him to live for. But then he met someone who changed his whole perspective on life and helped him find his real purpose. The man began to feel alive again, and if you stick around till the end of the video, I will tell you how you can experience this newfound energy inside yourself as well. It all started when Samuel was 27 years old. He lost his job, his girlfriend, and his entire sense of self-worth. Didn't know what to do with himself. So he locked himself in his room and spent day after day playing video games or watching Netflix. It didn't take long before he spent all of his money and was forced to get a new job. Samuel wasn't really looking for a job, but one day he saw an ad that said, "Do you want to be part of something bigger than yourself?" It went on to say that they wanted enthusiastic individuals who wanted to change the world. Samuel laughed at first because the idea of changing the world seemed like a joke to him. All he could think about was changing into his pajamas and eating some cereal. But he had no money left and his stomach was growling, so he applied anyway. The next day he got a call saying that he got the job. Started working the very next day. When he arrived at the office, he couldn't believe his eyes. It was a non-profit organization that provided meals to people who didn't have enough money to buy food for themselves. Samuel was shocked by how many people came through the door every day, asking for food. Many of them were children. That broke his heart because he remembered how happy he used to be as a child. One day while helping out in the kitchen, he met the woman who had changed everything for the better. Her name was Margaret, and she was the director of the organization. They instantly connected. She was kind, caring, and passionate about what she did. And even though Samuel was still struggling inside, he found himself drawn to her. After spending more time with her, he learned that she had dedicated her life to helping others after seeing how much poverty and hunger there was in the world. Samuel admired that about her and wanted to be more like her. He thought to himself, how can I help make the world a better place? He realized that this was exactly what he needed. He needed something to believe in. One day, Margaret pulled Samuel aside and asked him what he thought was the purpose of their organization. He responded, to feed hungry people so they don't have to go to bed hungry. She nodded, but then said, "What do you think is the purpose of life?" He was taken aback by the question because he had never thought about it before. All he knew was that he wanted to help people less fortunate than himself. Margaret smiled and said, "That is the purpose of life, to help those who are less fortunate than us." Samuel thought about this for a moment. He realized that he had been so focused on himself and his own problems that he hadn't considered how he could use his abilities to help others. This gave him a sense of direction. He knew that he didn't want to waste his life away doing nothing. He wanted to do something that mattered. He began volunteering at the organization whenever he had free time. He would help out in the kitchen, sort through donations, and deliver food to those in need. As time went on, he became an integral part of the team. He felt good knowing that he was making a difference in people's lives. It gave him a sense of purpose. He also started exercising again and taking care of himself, because he realized that if he wanted to help others, he needed to be in good shape, both mentally and physically. He started going to the gym 3 times a week and eating healthier foods. It took a lot of willpower at first, but as time went on, it became easier. One day, while delivering food to a family in need, Samuel met a young boy named Thomas. Thomas was 10 years old and had a bright, curious mind despite the difficult situation he was in. Samuel was struck by how resilient Thomas was in the face of adversity. He made a promise to himself to be a role model for Thomas and other kids like him. Samuel wanted to do more, so he started planning events to raise money for the organization. He organized bake sales, car washes, and talent shows. It wasn't easy, but he was determined to make a difference. Through his efforts, he raised thousands of dollars that helped provide meals to hundreds of families. As the months went by, Samuel became more confident and outgoing. He was no longer the shy, insecure young man who had come to the organization for a job. He was now a leader who inspired others to follow his vision. His dedication and hard work paid off. He was promoted to assistant director of the organization. Samuel didn't let success change him. He remained humble and focused on his mission to help those in need. He continued to work tirelessly, organizing events, reaching out to donors, and providing guidance to the staff. One day, Margaret approached Samuel with a big smile on her face. She said, "Samuel, you have done so much for this organization. I am proud to call you my friend and colleague." She handed him an award that read Volunteer of the Year. Samuel was deeply moved by the recognition. He accepted the award with gratitude, thanking Margaret for her support and guidance. In his acceptance speech, Samuel shared his journey from a lost and hopeless young man to finding purpose and meaning in life through helping others. He encouraged everyone to find their own passions and to never give up on making a difference in the world. The room erupted in applause. Samuel basked in the moment, feeling a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment that he had never experienced before. But Samuel didn't stop there. He continued to work hard and make a positive impact on the world. He mentored young people, sharing his experiences and guiding them toward their own personal growth and success. He became a beacon of hope and inspiration for those around him, proving that it is possible to overcome even the darkest of times and find light at the end of the tunnel. Samuel's story serves as a reminder that true happiness and fulfillment can only be found when we focus on something greater than ourselves. By helping others and making a positive impact on the world, we can find our own purpose and meaning in life. Now let me ask you something. What are you waiting for? If you are still struggling with your purpose in life, or perhaps you are experiencing hardship and want to improve your current situation, I want you to consider the following. See, Samuel's transformation was not just about finding a job or volunteering. It was about discovering his purpose in life and making a positive impact on the world. Sometimes we can get so caught up in our own problems that we forget about the bigger picture. We forget that we have the ability to make a difference in the lives of others. When Samuel started working at the organization, he was initially motivated by his own needs. He was looking for a job and a way to get back on his feet. But as he interacted with the people around him, he began to see the bigger picture. He realized that he had a unique opportunity to help those in need and make a positive impact on the world. This realization gave him a sense of purpose and direction. Samuel's story is a reminder that sometimes we need to look beyond our own problems to find the answers we are seeking. It can be easy to get caught up in our own struggles and feel like there is no hope for the future. But the truth is that we have the power to create our own happiness and fulfillment in life. We just need to be open to the possibilities and willing to take action. So if you are struggling to find your purpose in life or feeling stuck in your current situation, I encourage you to consider the following. Reach out to someone in need. Volunteer your time to a cause you believe in. Most importantly, never give up on yourself. Remember that you have the power to create a positive impact on the world, and that is what truly matters in the end. If you liked this video, please leave a comment below. We would love to hear what you think. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.